My name is Arun Kumar and I am the driver. I'm building Driven Auto Care to be a $1 billion auto repair business, and I'm taking you along for the ride with Driven Diary. So if you want to see behind the scenes of taking a business from zero all the way to a 10-figure valuation, please hit subscribe below and let's get to the episode. Monday morning, it's about 6 and I've been up for 3 hours, and I've woke up at 3 weeks in a row, something like that now, and I think that's starting to wear on me a little bit. But I got to sleep both weekend days, take like an hour nap with my son, which was very nice, and I'm going on vacation this week, I guess you could say. Going to Hawaii because my wife was out of town for work for 10 days and she needs a vacation. And so I am obliging her desire, and I'm just going to be fully transparent about the fact that I don't like going on vacation right now. I do like travel, but I don't like vacation. I like travel for work. I like to work and travel so that I can displace myself and therefore not be able to do anything or not have the obligation to do anything is a bit of a hindrance, but I've done it many times, and especially going to Hawaii, which we do regularly, I get to wake up very early, Hawaii time, like 2 a.m. and I get to work for like 5 hours before my family wakes up, and then I am awake until 7, and then I go to sleep with my family, and they can vacation and I can still get work done. And frankly, I'm awake and working well past my shops are open in the morning, which is great for managing direct reports and continuing to be able to do things. So going the western direction and going into a different time zone back in time is fortunate for my business travel at this stage. Now, there's a lot I can't talk about at this moment. Pending things. There are pending things that won't be resolved by the time that this video is published a week from today, but I want you to know they're on my mind, and we're going to use code word Pinocchio and and code word freaking, I don't know, Raven. How about that? Pinocchio and Raven, two pending matters right now that I can't really talk about. But in response to Pinocchio, I look forward to arranging a meeting with my managers on a Friday. I think that's needed to discuss the lay of the land of the business, where we are going in the future, what opportunities will exist, what our path forward is, what needs to happen next, what our leadership looks like. I'm excited for that. So yeah, I think that's about it for today. I'm managing plenty of family logistics this morning. Gotta get him to PetSmart, or is it PetSmart or PetSmart? Well, they capitalized on that social media campaign, didn't they? Ben Lapidus. We'll see how well that clip ages. Anyways, yeah, plenty of family logistics this morning, then heading to the airport, heading to Hawaii, so I probably will not talk to you again until tomorrow morning. That's all for now. Good morning. It's Tuesday, and we have a familiar sight here. We've stayed in this hotel before in Hawaii. First and foremost, no flooding. There's no flooding here. This is completely overblown as normal. I don't know why anybody expected anything different, but it's fine. So far today, having woken up at 3 a.m. Hawaii time to sleep in. That's a 3-hour sleep in if you've been keeping track. I feel great. Let's see, I've talked with managers, I've talked with vendors, I've talked with a lot of different people this morning, talked with coworkers at Schwartz Advisors, and getting shit done. So remotely coordinating everything is not that difficult. I don't have a ton of actual work to do. I have 3 auctions live right now for the W8s and my E92, and my E46 M3 auction is live soon here. I gotta just approve the listing. So a lot of cars about to be moved and a lot of money back in the account. So I'm excited for that. That's all I got. That's all going on. That's all for now. Good morning. It's Thursday morning and I've got this lovely Hawaiian music here. I don't know how well you'll be able to hear that, but anyways, didn't film it all yesterday. And being a parent is sometimes very difficult. My son did not have a good day yesterday, but when he got better, he was like suffering with an issue and got over the issue, and then we had a good day at like 4 p.m. I woke up yesterday, my phone and my watch said it was 3 a.m, and so I said, oh great, it's 3 a.m. Hawaii time, let me get up. I have a meeting in 45 minutes, let me go to the gym. And then I realized I had never actually moved my clocks. And so it was 11:45 p.m. Hawaii time when I woke up yesterday. Today I made it all the way till 12:50 a.m. I actually woke up the next day, which is good moves. So I got mentioned in Jalopnik for 2 W8s for sale on Bring a Trailer. I have my E92 auction ending today, my W8 wagon auction ends Sunday, my sedan ends Monday. My F80 got approved by Cars and Bids. My E46 M3 is scheduled to go live on Cars and Bids, or on Bring a Trailer today. So plenty selling, still happening. I worked for about 4 hours yesterday morning before my family got up, and then I went to bed before they did. Like basically, they got back from groceries for dinner, and I was going to bed, having cleaned up and packed, and I'm very much still in the thick of things with business. Just this business depends a lot on me, Driven Auto Care, and yeah, that's frustrating. A lot of little things I was having to do that were taken away from vacation yesterday, helping the Campbell shop get its internet fixed and giving them the account number for the internet so they can call and troubleshoot. Trying to find consumer financing options for the San Ramon shop so that we can hopefully sell some more work there. San Ramon shop's actually doing very well. There's just not enough cars to keep them busy all day long, but they're still beating everybody else in terms of sales. So yeah, it's just like, we're not doing what we need to be doing by any means, so we got to work on that for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's like 1:30 in the morning Hawaii time right now. Our flight's at 9:30, I think. So got plenty of time here, gotta get some work done and manage this auction that's ending in 6 hours. So that's about all for now. Awaiting the title. Giving it away. That's the Passat parts car. Staying, currently live on Bring a Trailer, soon to be live on Cars and Bids, currently live on Bring a Trailer, and let me tell you about this thing. Whoa, $21,000 for the E92. $21,000. I was sitting in the Honolulu airport watching 2 people fight for this car. And the dude who won it lives in Sunnyvale, and he's gonna come get it tomorrow. I ranted to you guys last week about how I couldn't get someone to buy this thing for me for 18. 21, there it is. This thing has been broken for a long time. It's now fixed. It gets to come live in here until the title shows up, and then it will leave. I gotta shuffle some cars around here. I just got back from Hawaii earlier today, and something interesting just happened. I got a call from the Palo Alto Police Department saying, "Did you get some mail stolen recently?" Well, it turns out I had. There was a $550 check I didn't know I was getting that got taken out of my damn mailbox 2 weeks ago. They didn't endorse it. They didn't deposit it. So I get $550 coming to me in the mail. My tax dollars at work. I'm happy about that. Thanks, police. That's all for this Thursday. Oh yeah, we are back. And I've already been here, hour and a half. It's Friday morning. I'm running my life these days off of Google Sheets, Gmail, Google Calendar, Remember the Milk, which is a to-do list app that I highly recommend. It has an extremely fast UI and Shopware, Claude, and this. Yeah, life's good. Life's good today. You know, I'm glad to be back. Got a lot of errands done after getting home last night. You saw kind of in the middle of that, moving cars around at the shop. Guys coming to pick up the E92 today, which is great. I will have some more money in the bank. And I had a lot of checks here. And I already told you about the police situation from yesterday. But yeah, just things going good. So I'm happy about that. I got a lot to do today. I'm gonna freaking crank through it, hopefully. But I have to make some. I think I can talk a little bit about code word Pinocchio. Pinocchio made another mistake yesterday, and Pinocchioed further. So yeah. It'll be painful to execute on that. I don't know exactly when I'm going to do it, but I'm done. Can't have somebody just blatantly lying all the time around me. So I think we'll have more this week when more filming. I mean, but it is Friday, so I'm thinking about wrapping that up. That's all for now. There goes the Passat parts car. Free car. I'm giving it to another Passat W8 owner here in the Bay Area, and he called AAA, and they're gonna. So that was fun to watch. That thing still drives after sitting in the backyard forever. This thing has been our kid car since the trip to the airport, the trip home from the airport, and then yesterday driving around. But we got the Explorer back. It's sitting right inside that door. Now that the Passat car is gone from right here, Passat parts car, I can get the Explorer out. Good news. Sunday morning, about 4:45. We're on the second workout. Day 16, day 16, 75 hard. I got up to 22, I think, and then forgot to read one day while my wife was out of town and I was solo parenting, and I have failed 75 hard 5 or 6 times in the last close to 12 months, I think. I finished my 4th year of the Live Hard program in June, I think, May of last year, and I have tried to get through 75 hard, which is the first segment of the Live Hard program year, and I've tried and failed 5 or 6 times this year. Persistence. And I think I want to reflect on one thing here, going into the Driven Network event and a public car meet today at the compound. I looked at my sleep data over the last week, and over the last few weeks, I have been waking up at 3 in the morning every single day. And it's not really 3 in the morning, it's like 2:50, 2:40 something, because my alarm is actually set for 2:58 and then the clock is fast. And then I wake up before my alarm most days. My sleep is very predictable. I fall asleep about 8. I wake up when my son starts crying, sometime between like 11:45 and 12:45 overnight, and then I wake up at like 2:45. And, that's about 6.5 hours of solid sleep every day. Pretty good. I get 4 hours in the morning before anything really starts happening with my business, to work out, eat, be ready for the day, have my mind right. And it's a sacred time. And there have been a couple times where I've skipped it in the past few weeks. And those days are not as easy because I have more to accomplish in less time. And somehow I'm not even that rested. So that's one topic for this morning. The other topic for this morning is that the boring shit is what it is, and you have to embrace the fact that you will do it constantly. There is no end, and whatever you think you're working towards, that does not give you relief. And it takes a certain kind of crazy, I think, to accept that that's how it goes. When you are truly pushing a boulder uphill with a headwind, which building any large business from scratch is. You can build a small business that doesn't have a lot of stress. You can cap out and stop dealing with the headwinds of growth and deal instead in the nuisance of entropy. I'll call it that. Basically, shit's always going to happen. And if you turn yourself into a problem solver at the level you're at, those problems become very easy. And you can deal with the nuisance of entropy without a lot of difficulty. But if you want to continue climbing, you will never get good at solving the problems at the level that you're aiming for. That level will always grow, that level will always increase, and the problems will increase with it. So, in the early days of Driven Auto Care, I used to get stressed out about $8,000 a week in payroll with like 2 locations, maybe that was only one, and a really expensive team. Now we're at 20,000, and it's a lean team, but when you do 60,000 in sales, really under 60,000 in sales in a week, that ain't enough. Bills keep coming in, and we will have another month of financial losses in March, I'm pretty confident, but operating income for 3 of the shops should be doable. And that's what it is, I guess, for now. We gotta get busier. That's really it. So my point in saying this is your problems will continue to grow if you do, and the mundane nature of problem solving will not change. Even if the problems change, the things you have to do to solve the problems does not change. It's hard conversations, it's studying, it's putting in the extra hours to get it right. It is making sure you've covered all your bases. It is the pursuit of perfection to resolve imperfection. And that's the whole point of your business. So, long clip. That's what I got for you this morning. We're coming into the Driven Network second meetup here in March. We're going to have another one in 2 weeks for April and get back on a better monthly cadence schedule. And Dream Car Accelerator should have launched, but we are struggling to get the Meta Pixel going. So we haven't launched it yet. That's all for now. All right, I'm on the same walk. And I have a different or additional realization here. That a voice in my head, I need to be more aware of it and eliminate it or ignore it to the extent possible. And that voice is one word. And that word is, well. So, let me explain. I am on this walk and I am scrolling hype Instagram. My Instagram algorithm at 4 a.m. is exactly what I need. I don't even go on Instagram for most of the rest of the day. But at 4 a.m, 5 a.m, whatever, early morning, my Instagram is very good at serving up what I appreciate having. And that is content around mindset for entrepreneurship and being an athlete, and the two of those things together, and being into cars. And so I'm able to work very persistently with a strong mindset in the morning, and I get done with my workouts and feel very strong, capable, ready to tackle the challenges of the day that I've already discussed earlier in this clip. Now, this voice of, well, is one that comes up when I am going through a couple things. First, let me tell you about Project Pinocchio, because it is going to be executed before this video goes live. Mark, who is my current regional manager, which is a title I'm not going to have for a while after he is gone, I'm letting him go. I'm going to let him go today, Sunday, because I don't want turmoil in the week. I want to be able to control the perception that comes of me to my managers, and I don't need Mark thinking he's going into work tomorrow. That's all I should say, I guess. I've observed a pattern of dishonesty that has eroded my trust in him completely. I don't trust a word that he says anymore, so he needs to go. And I'm happy to be making that decision, because for several weeks I've gone, well, he's good at these things, and I can't have that. Because if you don't trust someone, it doesn't matter how many times you try to justify it, it is not acceptable. And to what I just talked about, the pursuit of perfection in the face of imperfection is the deal with building a large business. We're not there with him. Don't think we will get there. This isn't something I can talk to him about and hope that it gets better. Well, he won't do it anymore. Nope, get out. And this also goes for a weird one, which is my social media content on short form, my scripts and everything. I've eroded slowly. I've diminished slowly my, voice for that. Because I went from content that actually, I felt kind of balanced in my opinions and I do believe that there isn't a 100% extreme with things, but I think that lately my content hasn't been landing as much as it did because I took it far away from the original of like strong opinions, hot takes. And though there is, nuance and balance to everything, short form content is not the place for that. And that's what this is for. That's why you're in a long form 3 minutes into the second clip talking in the dark on a Sunday morning. And if you're listening to this, you get the nuance. Thanks for that. That's all for now. Successful car event today. Hamilton drove the old Civic. I got that thing out on the mountains for the first time. Excellent car. Really good day today with the Driven Network and the public car meet afterwards. That was a really solid day. And then on the way back from the drive, I concluded Project Pinocchio, and I let go of Mark and had him on the phone and basically said, yeah, due to a long line of dishonesty reported by myself and every manager, you're not going to work for me anymore. And so he was like, can I get an example? So I gave him one, and he said, that's not that big a deal. And I was like, oh, well, that's the problem. So that is, I think, a good decision made there, and cleanly done on a Sunday. No big personnel issues, so satisfied at the end of the day. That's going to be it for this week's Driven Diary. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like so we can show up higher in the YouTube algorithm. If you have any questions or feedback about the episode, leave a comment below. And if you're not subscribed, Hamilton, what should they do if they're not subscribed?
Subscribe so you can stay up to date on our weekly videos. And until next time,
And until next week,
stay driven.
I hope you can go out and continue to build your own automotive dreams and
Stay driven.